there we are. Welcome to the show, everybody. It's Hal Sparks Mega Worldwide. I'm Hal Sparks. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. So much to cover, not the least of which is our lovely chat room, which is always, I got to say, jam-packed. You might notice that it's a little bit light today. I'm not ashamed to say it. There's another event that is, I guess, wrecking the internet, wrecking the interwebs, and that is, of course, Harris, Beyonce, and Willie Nelson, and Houston tonight. And I'm sure that people like texting and sending pictures and everybody, of everybody around them in the line and all that kind of stuff. All those folks are clearly eating up a lot of bandwidth. Is what I would say. So if you're having a little trouble muscling your way in here, it's okay. Just hit the like right away. Share the show. Patreon.com/Hal Sparks. Great way to support the show. Like $5 a month, $10 a month, whatever you can do. There's levels and that kind of stuff. But no matter what, you get a free comedy show at the end of every month because I do it live at Flappers and we stream it to our Patreon subscribers. I'm working on doing that for YouTube members as well. Yes. But yes, even outside it's packed. And where did that guy go? It's got to be in here somewhere, right? I mean,
people coming over with bags of soup, big bags of soup.
It's out in that zone of, it was way back in the day.
Yosemites.
You know what I mean? It was an ancient one. Even outside it's packed.
Michigan gave us Motang.
You know what I mean? It was an oldie but a grindy. So let's see. What in the okay, so couple of things. Real quick. I don't know what the fuck this is, but I'm going to share it with you because good Lord. Hogan Gidley, a man with Trump had this thing about people with names that should be in like storybooks for boys in the 1950s. Like Ty Cobb and others, Ty Cobb and so on. I have an echo? I shouldn't have an echo. It should be an echo. I don't want an echo. Don't echo me. Whatever you're doing. I don't see an echo. Is there an echo? I had an echo earlier, but it's gone. Okay, this is, ladies and gentlemen, if I may, this is Hogan Gidley wearing his Make America Great Again shirt or hat, and he says this about Sarah Huckabee Sanders. See if you can figure it out.
I've been in politics now, working with communicators and working on communications for various candidates for 25 years. In fact, my first job was for a man named Mike Huckabee, who was governor of the state of Arkansas. I've known Sarah Sanders since she was 19. If we really want to have a good conversation, let's turn off the cameras and talk about Sarah at 19. No.
Yikes. I'm just going to go out on a limb and say, if your main candidate is a creepy McCreepyson, if he's creepy McCreeptastic, shut up about young girls and you and working with him and working with them. Just saying. Okay, so Harris, let's see. There it is. I just wanted to show you this business, which if you haven't seen it currently, is this is the line to get in to see Harris. It's, I mean, like 6 hours before the thing. This is, yeah. It is a huge turnout. Now, I'm certain that it helps that Beyonce is going to be there. I believe also that she is going to do a song. She's probably going to do Freedom and maybe a couple other songs, maybe something off her country album. I think it would be smart. Willie Nelson is also going to be there. And I'm sure it does not hurt. But also, Houston in many ways is a Democratic stronghold and a very high population area in Texas. And Texas is one of those states where the state looks red, but the cities start looking blue. And if you cleared out half of those votes in the shenanigans that go on in those areas, you'd see that, it's a lot more purple than you think. The reason this is scary for Ted Cruz, for a lot of reasons. One, I think all the brown people, but the biggest reason why it is really scary for Ted Cruz is this is the Trump event with Ted Cruz. It's like 800 people in a weird little factory setting someplace. He's got this guy from Customs and Border Patrol who's a complete bigot, and this poor woman who lost her daughter to a migrant, who sexually assaulted and murdered her. And Trump is, believe me, not above exploiting anyone who's been harmed for his own benefits. And if you look, it says deport illegals now, end migrant crime, text Trump, blah, blah, blah. So it's a fundraiser, and the two primary messages are deport illegals now, end migrant crime. And this is relatively short compared to what he does. So we'll jump straight into this. And then, of course, Trump visited a Cuban restaurant. Well, let's do this first. It's shorter. With Vivek Ramaswamy, who it seems like he's like, I'm going to a Cuban restaurant. Let me bring one of my Brown supporters with me. It has this creepy thing that anytime he goes to a place, he slathers on more orange makeup, fakes his skin color more than usual, and he brings someone with him from out of the district that has nothing to do with the area that goes, hey, see, I know one. And it makes no sense whatsoever. But here we go. This is
okay,
Trump.
We're interrupting this live coverage real quick as we are hearing that USA event. But let's listen.
Yeah, he brought Marco Rubio with him. Also, can I just say that Trump has had this thing lately where he hates his hair, and rightly so. But he's doing this thing. You'll notice when he turns. Watch this. When they get the left side of his head. Hold on. Move your arm, dude. There you go. There you go. He's got this little fender bump and the bald spot that he's been trying to like. It's like this is a comb over nightmare. This is when you don't realize that you're supposed to comb this stuff back and around to cover the top of it. And you could tell he's so focused on the mirror that he just does not expect anybody to give a shit about the back of his head, even though he's surrounded by cameras at all times. You got to you got to manage the entire do, one would think, unless you've completely given up. But he's got this weird mud flap happening. He's also got the Ford Fairlane fender, which is wetter and more sprayed than usual. So, where's Marco Rubio? We're at a Cuban place. This is basically like Little Florida, so bail me out. You're speaking Spanish to the guy? You're speaking Spanish? I got these votes? Okay, can we leave now? It smells funky.
Everybody good?
He doesn't like it when they applaud other people.
Sir, everybody going to
President Trump, did you tell General Kelly that you wanted Hitler's generals?
that you wanted the kind of generals that Hitler had. Is that something that you've ever said?
No, I never said that.
What did you think?
No, I've never said that. I've never said that. He's totally said that.
Brag that he made up stories. He's done it before. It's a failing magazine. Right before the election. It's just a failing magazine.
Also, right before the election, no, the recording of him actually saying it vocally instead of just writing it down is the new part of this. But he said it before. He said it multiple times. Trump's even said similar things about Kim. He said he was on tape saying he wanted the same thing from Kim Jong-un's people. That Kim Jong-un's generals, everybody stands up at attention when he walks in. So he wants his people to do the same thing. Like, this is not out of character for him. The other thing too is he stacks a lie, and he does it in the speech that he gives, where he says, I'm not going to stand in a grave with all these military people around saying suckers and losers. That is the same as the Bongino lie, the Bongholio lie that I told you about, where he's like, I heard you put the guy in a headlock and you tried to beat up these two dudes. And like, when that's not the story at all. So you exaggerate it ad absurdum and then call it a lie when it's your lie. He does that a bunch.
What do you think of the vice president calling him a fascist?
I can't hear you. Something about me being the fastest.
Sir, these are holding
Basically, by the way, this is a Front Row Joe's meet and greet when they put these things together. Just letting you know. That's the same thing with the drive-through lane at the McDonald's.
Thank you very much for what you're doing. Thank you.
Do not lean over.
You mentioned potential use of the military on election day. What does that look like?
Thank you, everybody.
Look at, oh, by the way, if you notice, they have a little cardboard at this place already. They have a cardboard cutout of Trump wearing a sombrero with a like a scarf, hand-knitted scarf draped around his shoulders. See that?
Potential use of the military on election day. What does that look like?
Needless to say, the owner and everybody there is a big suck-up. Also, for the record, the Cuban community in Florida, which is notoriously Republican for a lot of reasons, is very different from the Hispanic community in Nevada and Arizona and those surrounding areas, and are often at odds because they are known as the group that is pulling up the ladder behind them. Sarab, thank you. Yes. Okay, so and this is a volunteer gathering that they put together. But they do this in restaurants to make it look like. Oh, I'm sorry. Are we live streaming on? Did I go live on Insta? No, I did not. Hold on. Crap. We'll start now on Instagram. Sorry about that, everyone. I'm sorry. I left out that other one. I got so carried away talking to you guys. Because this is the greatest live stream in the history of live streams. Hit that like, share the show. Welcome, Instagram people. You didn't get to see the beginning. You're going to have to go subscribe to the YouTube channel to make sure you don't miss anything. I'm just saying. Oh, Rochester. So this is just a gathering at this Cuban restaurant where the owner is a big supporter and the Cuban community, you know, because he's from Florida and there's a lot of that stuff. But ultimately, they just bring in the volunteers that they have, like get out the vote people and stuff in there, and they just fill the restaurant with it. So it looks like he walked into a restaurant and everybody's like, oh my God, look who showed up. So basically, let's see, I think this is, I don't even need to like cut and paste because I don't think he just walks around and they chant and they say things and he waves and hold on, he might say something at one point, but yeah, it's not mic'd or anything. So he's just basically like, hey, love you guys, you're great. Hold on, maybe they turn it up here. Hold on. It's just B-roll. Trump's asking Marco Rubio to translate. Few things are more awkward than Trump in a group of people he has to pay attention to. So there he goes, and he does his little jerk-off dance. Hold on. And then, yeah, off he goes. All right, so that's the extent of it. So he goes to this Cuban restaurant here owned by a Trump sycophant,